Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, celestial gatekeepers of the Phoenix portal of divine resurrection. On this powerful day of the 10th of May, Solaris released a massive X-class flare, sending Mother Gaia cosmic radiating energy of galactic activations. Today, Jupiter enters Aries as Mercury turns retrograde in its home sign of Gemini, right in the middle of the Eclipse corridor. The electrical heat is on as all lines of communication are open and our galactic teams are in full disclosure mode. The flower of life's sacred geometry is encoded within the 12-strand crystalline DNA of our sacred avatars of infinite light. The dragon guardians of Terra Nova Gaia have been called into right action and are transitioning to their new stations for full download and activations of Sequence 723 of the Winged Nations. The Red Dragon Queen has returned to her throne with all activation codes and launch numbers in place and turned on. It is time for the raising of the new Lemuria. The Orgone and Tachyon energies merge together for the full activation, transmission, and integration of the indestructible adamantine particles for diamond rainbow bodies of light manifestation. The merging of the Heros Gamos both internally and externally is the final phase of the exodus into the land of pure awareness for all sentient beings of the way. On this day, the Christ returns through every living heart of the Ground Crew 144. The rapturing is the ascension process that is underway for the full upliftment of human consciousness into the luminous ones of the golden rays of unconditional love of Source Creator. The eagle flies with the dove as she transforms into the sacred condor of the new earth. The Holy Spirit is with us now. Aho! Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul White Gold Eagle from PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions again for you today from our sacred New Earth scribes, so be sure to stick around to the very end and please do us a favor. And please share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm. Every transmission is encoded with the pure awareness of Buddha consciousness, so allow it to spread out to the ends of the infinite multiverse through every living heart. Now let us continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 15 degrees, 41 minutes Virgo. The sun is at 20 degrees, 29 minutes Taurus. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 21 degrees Taurus. Moving finger points to significant passages in a book. The current Sabian symbol for the moon at 16 degrees Virgo. Children crowd around the orangutan cage in a zoo. Last time I visited our sacred orangutan, the mother of a newborn baby orangutan walked right up to the window and put her hand to the glass, and as I touched the glass on the other side and our eyes connected, I became one with her pure beauty, mind to mind, heart to heart, spirit to spirit. Divine Goddess is with us now from astrologyweekly.com. And now my sacred Condor pulls a card for you today from the Oracle deck, Sacred Rebels from Alana Fairchild and Autumn Sky. And the card she pulled for you today, another beautiful card, card 21, Beyond the Mind, the Heart Beats. In the chaos of modern life and the constant fluctuations of our minds, it can be difficult to remember that a sublime sanctuary lies within, yet it is always there. Beneath the ceaseless activity, there is an endless, vast spaciousness that restores and connects us to something greater, something that exists outside of time. Some might call it eternity. Within that sanctuary, sacred sound is felt rather than heard. That sacred sound is actually the reverberating heartbeat of the entire universe. Your own heart's rhythm sounds within the greater universal heartbeat. The totality of life, all of your being, can be felt as one through listening to and feeling for the sacred sound of the heart beating within you. It is through this heartbeat that we experience a love that is more than preference or attachment. This is the love that inspires, energizes, and moves us to create. Even beyond what we once thought was possible, your love for life, the need to feel alive and express yourself, and the quest for that which is truly fulfilling. These are the sacred urges that rebel against fear and promote passion for being alive. They flow through your blood and can be felt through the beating of your heart. This oracle has a message for you. There is the way of the mind, which can make mountains out of molehills, even when it thinks it is turning mountains into molehills. Then there is the way of the heart. It is subterranean and moves subtly beneath possible obstacles, intelligently shifting with exquisite sensitivity, sensing the way forward through dangerous pathways and responding to what is before it even occurs in the physical world. However, with the heart's intelligence, we cannot see and know in the same way that we do when we allow the mind to direct us. We have to be open to another way if we want to benefit from the innate intelligence of the heart. The mind sees, plans, and strategizes. The heart feels, responds, senses, and intuits. When we walk the path of the heart, we must feel and respond rather than plan our way. It is a different way to live and create. It is closer to the earth and to the source of life itself. It is not for those who are lacking in courage and trust, but you are not one of those. You are being asked to trust your heart and to drop into it. The mind is important, but it cannot supplant the heart. The role of the mind is to serve the truths of the heart, that is, to create the spacious chamber of receptiveness into which the sacred rhythm of your heartbeat can resound. This oracle comes with guidance for you. Deep within you know what to do and you know what is true. It matters not whether the mind and its plans seem to agree with your inner sense. Your willingness to trust your heart and to rebel against fear will serve you well. Let your heart lead you. Be sure of your faith and trust in what you feel. Your head and heart have been in conflict at times over the course of your life. This has brought you struggle and sometimes deep suffering. However, this oracle brings you the message that a truce will soon be declared and the appropriate outcome of the mind waving the white flag of surrender is imminent. Soon, if not already, you will finally be feeling that your heart is leading you. You will feel that your mind is learning to follow the guidance of your heart rather than trying to be out front, seeing and sorting everything out in advance in order to be safe. What a relief to let go of this old way. Your mind can become more relaxed and trusting. There will be a period of adjustment as you get used to living without so much foresight, but with more insight, wisdom, and energy in the present moment to create. If you are finding that you cannot plan or strategize as you once did, or you feel that you know less than you have ever known about where you are heading or how you are supposed to get there, then this oracle comes as confirmation that these are healthy signs of a shift from head to heart. You are not proceeding in error. You are exactly where you are meant to be, doing exactly what you are meant to be doing. You are now in a position that is more powerful than ever because you are allowing yourself to be guided by your heart, a heart that beats in harmony with the heart of all existence. Your affairs are in accord with love, and no matter what may appear to be at times, all is unfolding according to the greater love, you included. Healing process, lie on your back comfortably with your hands on your heart. Say, I love you, I trust you. You are beautiful and you are wise. You beat in harmony with the greater plan of love. You are my guiding light. Rest with your hands at your heart for several long, slow breaths, or however long feels good. When you are ready, just go back to your day or evening. Anytime you need to strengthen your connection to your heart's truth, drop into your heart awareness by lightly placing one or both hands on your chest, over your heart, and breathing gently. And from Divine Brothor of the Light, Paramahansa Yogananda, gratitude. Thanksgiving and praise open in your consciousness the way for spiritual growth and supply to come to you. Spirit pushes itself out into visible manifestation as soon as a channel is opened through which it can flow. You should be thankful for everything at all times. Realize that all power to think and speak and act comes from God, and that He is with you now, guiding and inspiring you. Open your eyes and see the good that you now have, and then keep alert and alive to recognize each new manifestation as it comes to you. Speak with devotion to the Father and thank Him for all the good things of life. He is with you always, and nothing can interfere with success if you acknowledge the divine power within you. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Kwana Michaela, May 10th, energy intensity is hitting new levels. Time overlays, glitches, emotional body, fundamental processes, and the fabric of reality, ground in here now. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Valerie A. Elster, the winged ones are speaking loudly, whispering their codes and messages in your ear. Eagle, hawk, and songbirds alike ushering in a new paradigm, lifting you with their songs. Bird tribes, new time codes coming into night, melting ice in Antarctica and Alaska, inner earth templates, ice dragons. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Ramona Lappin, X-Class 1.51 solar flare, radio blackout in progress, and intermittent Schumann resonance spikes continue. All that is false and artificial dissolves and is overwritten as the new organic ascension realities and true crystal avatar self ignite from deep within. Much multidimensional quantum information is inflowing and unlocking from within us now. The sacred wisdom that cannot be put into words unlocks from deep within and through our sacred crystal hearts as we continue to reclaim, remember, merge, and rebirth all of us, purified and healed. We reconnect, unify, and become at one, and fully align with the cosmic mind, God, source consciousness, and all that is. This is what is rebirthing our organic realities based in unity consciousness and the law of one, all through our inner transformation, divine love, and union within. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Ali Ray, like Christ and Buddha, you may be tried and tempted, but you too will not succumb to the darkness. You will surrender fully to the light of love and walk upon the earth as a light in this world. Your heart knows. Glory, glory, glory be. Love is, love is, love is. God is, God is, God is. And from Crystal and Indigo Guide to the Galaxy, how and when did you fall out of grace and get entrapped in this system? How did you experience the further fallings through the difference phases? A power is softly but increasingly squeezing the inner realms these days, especially the root, sacral, and solar flows of the body. The pressure that is building is asking for total cleansing of the inner shadows, distortions, and all artificial energies, and the recall, alignment, healing, and gathering of all true memories and aspects in the presence of the whole self. This is causing crisis for many. Tools are needed. The body is transforming while our consciousness is moving into a new light of truth, realization nearing completion. Every change now is directly linked to our physical experience. This is an awakening force that humanity has never seen before. No one can escape it, and all the living beings are happy that this moment is here. There is good taking place. There is nothing to be afraid of. We feel joy because we know we are preparing for our return to our true identity, power, and self. The physical body is the last vessel of our system that is to receive and integrate this change. This is a great pressure on the body right now, and we are heading towards the final exorcism that on the physical body. At the same time, we are coming closer to a great hit and exposure of the dark agenda, which will reveal to the masses a lot on how the information has been distorted. We have help, and we are not alone. The remembrance and reunion of the twin flames are playing a vital role in this process. There is a blessed moment approaching for the twin flames. We are the gods, goddesses, and with each step we are taking on the path of the sun and pearl, we are walking ourselves out of this system of entrapment, back to true existence, liberated and awakened. How and why did the entrapment take place for each being? This will eventually be remembered by all living beings who fell out of grace. But in my experience, not many are willing to go there. Most people have locked away these memories and avoid retrieving them. In these memories, many difficult truths about the self and the journey are hidden, and an incredible amount of trauma and pain can be reawakened once the human invites them in, but everyone is wishing to exit the simulation. We'll eventually have to go through this process because every detail of the story holds important information for the process of completion and returning. The greatest healing is taking place once this is done. We have gone so far. We got this. From Irene E. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Dr. Shavi M. Ali. Cosmic Update, the 10th of May, 2022. X-Class Blast. At 13:55 UTC or 8:55 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. On Tuesday, May 10th, an X1 class solar flare blasted off from our sun. Sunspots are detected for other strong flares on the M class level. This explosion happened very shortly after Mercury officially went into retrograde this morning at 7:47 a.m. EDT. A frequency labeled by NASA as a mixture of magnetic polarities. When opposite polarities intermingle inside a sunspot's primary core, is occurring, which can cause a potent explosivity and further high-level solar flares. This particular sunspot is directly facing Earth, Gaia. The solar wind speed is currently below normal, traveling at only 298.3 kilometers per second. This will elevate later in the day. The planetary magnetosphere shows a mix of slow and medium-strength wind velocity. Dense plasma particles are around our planet and pressure is building. People may experience a wide range of symptoms from the cosmic events. Some people are feeling a sense of renewed vitality and bliss. Others may feel challenging symptoms physically, mentally, or emotionally. People will experience DNA upgrades in different ways. These particular cosmic events cause an up and down rhythm in human nervous systems, which becomes up and down physical, mental, and emotional experiences. As our sun is in alignment with the great central sun and the star system Sirius, known in ancient times as Septet, which offers yet another aspect of light activation. The overall theme is that a more intensified clearing than that which has occurred in the past few days of dense toxicity on our planet and throughout our solar system is happening. Forces of disharmony are finding it difficult to carry out plans of manipulation and control. They are still trying, as the news media will show in the coming days. However, they are losing more battles. Light will be the victor. Just as I typed this sentence, the clock shows a time of 11:11. Those of higher consciousness know what this engenders. It is important to understand that all major planetary angular alignments or retrogrades are times of increased messaging to our cellular records. However, the Mercury Retrograde, which happens 3 times each year for 3-week periods, and the coming total lunar eclipse and the alignment of our sun, great central sun, and Sirius, is like being given the gift of a month-long retreat in a beautiful tropical place where all we have to do is relax, eat well, receive full body massages, take spiritual baths with essential oils, do yoga or tai chi, recite mantras, write in our journals, listen to soft music, and have enlightening conversations with people of elevated frequencies of consciousness. We are therefore being offered a cosmic vacation. We should do all that is mentioned and make our homes an ashram of retreat center. If you have a regular job or career that takes you away from home for a substantial part of the day, do the best you can to engage the retreat energies when you arrive home. The slow wind speeds below 300 kilometers a second will pick up later and become our over normal in movement over 400 kilometers a second. And the strong solar flares in the M-class and X-class ranges, and even the larger C-class ranges over C5, for example, are ushering in a much larger event in the near future, which many spiritual astrophysicists and some traditional astrophysicists say will be an enormous X-class solar flare, far exceeding any level that has been experienced in modern times. The entire galaxy will be a beacon of light, a source light extravaganza. Even now our sun has become extremely bright, and at times its rays send forth circular rainbow coloring. Also colorful auroras, signs of coronal mass ejections of particle plasma, which were at one time only visible on airplane flights, are now visible with the naked eye without sophisticated high-powered telescopes from various places on our planet. Those with high-powered technological equipment can see other amazing events occurring in space, which are like beautiful picture postcards. Energies, frequencies, and vibrations are soaring from source light. They will steadily level up with the downloading of messages into cells and upgrading of DNA within each cell. Be vigilant in the coming days. Keep enveloped in light. Pull down source light all around you and then breathe it into your heart. See it originating from the great central sun. This will be very healing. The scriptural verse says, "The sun will rise with healing in its wings." Malachi 4:2, Holy Bible. Love and light to our planet and its inhabitants of higher awareness. From DisclosureNews.it. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Anrita Melchizedek. The presence of the Divine Mother within. The path of the Divine Mother begins with our connection to Mother Earth and the heart of compassion. The Divine Mother is the love within our hearts and the love we feel for all. As the expression of the Divine Mother, we deepen into gratitude and appreciation for being in the present moment, the presence of our divinity, the witnessing presence of our beloved I Am, with no judgment and no blame. In soul embodiment, we feel, sense, and know all is love, and love is all there is. We embrace each experience, each now moment, no matter how uncomfortable it may be, bringing into our loving hearts all that is experienced, loving all that arises. As we embody and become the presence of the Divine Mother, we feel her presence, an energy flowing from within, with each subatomic particle dancing in the essence of crystalline consciousness. As we expand our light and tap into the purest love from deep, deep within, our soul light. Magical May is upon us, beloved hearts, along with eclipse season as we deepen into our soul's blossoming, magnificence, and light. Having passed through the new moon partial solar eclipse of April 30th, we entered a portal of opportunity to align ever deeper into the heart of all creation. As we accelerate our frequency, we birth into creation new golden opportunities, particularly envisaged over the last 9 months to 2-year period. We connect ever deeper into the heart of Gaia as the Divine Mother, through and as the crystalline grid of divine love. This flame of compassion and love amplifies in this now moment, and as these sacred, holy flames of divinity, the stargate of our loving hearts expands into the deepening presence of the Divine Mother within. As we deepen into compassion through our golden hearts, we dissolve the wounded masculine and victim persecutor consciousness. We fine-tune our frequency and shift dimensionally into ever higher octaves of the one heart of all that is. We are further invited into Mother Mary's temple of the Immaculate Heart. In the month of May in particular, Mother Mary amplifies the light of the Divine Mother and the heart of compassion, also called the heart of humanity. As Mother Mary's beautiful pink flame connects into our loving hearts, we experience an activation from within the heart and thymus chakras, as well as the physical heart and lungs. We receive an attunement to Divine Mother Mary as we step ever deeper into the Divine Mother energy of compassion and love, gratitude and appreciation, loving kindness and respect for all. Further to this, we are offered an opportunity to focus on all our relationships, as well as our relationship with our earthly mother. From here we merge with our divine feminine spirit, and with the overlighting of Divine Mother Mary and the sisterhood of the rose, we take this beautiful pink flame of compassion and love out to all. Additionally, we hold the focus of reverence for all mothers in honor of the celebration of Mother's Day. As we move into the full moon lunar eclipse on May 16th, we experience the Vesic festival and the overlighting of Lord Buddha. This festival is known as the Enlightenment of Buddha and deepens the flame of compassion within our golden hearts through the mind of wisdom as we elevate our consciousness, experience a pineal gland activation, and remember ourselves as initiates of light. We further experience the rays of creation in each moment. In this sacred month of May, along with the beautiful pink flame of divine love, and holy fire, violet flame of transmutation that blaze within and around us, and the ray ashram into which all ray frequencies and plasma light rays connect, the ray frequencies that blaze from within and from Shambhala in this now are the ray of solar service, of solar crystalline consciousness, the ray of highest potentials, and the ray of devotion and idealism. Through the overlighting of Lord Buddha, we are invited into these sacred ray ashrams as we create our crystalline light body and program the original divine blueprinting from within, whilst expanding our devotion as the light of God we are. From PleiadianLight.net and from Divine Sister of the Light Judith Kusel, a deep inner joy as I witness the unfolding of a totally new life in the new earth. With it, the deepest knowing that all will be well and far beyond anything I can dream up or even think or visualize right now. I am being shown the communities which are already forming and which will bring about the balance, the harmony, and unity as all work together for the greater good. Recently, I've had the most profound conversations with people from all walks of life, and often from those I never expected to. People are opening up now like never before. They are seeing through the illusions, and they are coming back into their truth, and back into the truth of life and living life. For so long our lives were placed on hold, but not anymore. This is a gigantic forward leap for all the souls who are now stepping into the new earth, with joy, with love, and that deep sense of exploration, of co-creating the new, with love and beauty and joy. Add to this awe and wonder and gratitude. Every morning and every evening I say thank you for even the littlest things. When we start saying thank you for the little things, the list gets bigger and bigger. For now you start to realize just how very blessed you are, what blessings are unfolding. Miracles. From JudithKusel.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Carolyn, 144 God Code. The Scorpio full moon eclipse is bringing freedom and detachment from karmic bonds. The mission to clear this for your ancestors is also completing. The choice to be independent and putting yourself first is restoring your power from all you've walked away from. Life is flipping into an entirely new direction. You've manifested this, and now your energy field is aligning to this great awakening. The Holy Spirit is with you, raising you up from the ashes to be reborn. Open your arms and receive this next level of ascension that is expanding into the solstice. Trust that God is delivering judgments and blocking interferences that may have stopped us in the past. Nothing can stop what's coming. You are being reborn through the Holy Spirit as God's eternal soul child, aligned to this new you that is entering the unified field of oneness. Through your internal marriage process, choose union with yourself, your Father, and the Holy Spirit to achieve this success. Focus on restoring your health, stability, and balance from all the trauma that you've overcome. Doing so will expand your consciousness and help you align to union. The new earth marriage and family is ready to reveal itself to you. Be open to this template that is entering your field. From Carolyn, Kundalini Twin Flames. And from the Goddess Circle, Jupiter enters Aries May 10th. Jupiter enters Aries, which can bring some innovative ideas and inspiration flowing in our veins. This powerful alignment can ignite new ideas and plans for the future, offering solutions that we never would have considered before. Jupiter in Aries tells us that we have the power to move forward, rooted in our own strength and ability. Have faith in yourself, your ideas, and your plans for the future. Be aware, however, of shutting out all external voices during this transit. We need to still be open to the advice of others. Think all things through carefully before moving forward. From thegoddesscircle.net. And from Divine Sistar of the Light Natalia Alba. Beloved ones, we enter now into a very expansive and wonderful phase of our ascension journey, a passage that is introduced by Jupiter, the planet of expansion in Aries, moving from Pisces, the last sign of the zodiac, and its intuitive and compassionate essence, to Aries, one of leadership and sovereignty, a change that will increase with the coming of the next eclipse and with Jupiter's semi-square Uranus tomorrow, inviting us to transcend limitations and realize the possibilities that lie ahead of us if we are ready to move from fear to personal empowerment. As we master and integrate the unique lessons that each zodiac sign provides us, we are finally able to step out of the karmic wheel that many are involved in, stepping into a free, sovereign, harmonic space where they are the only masters of their reality. We now are into a passage for us to regain more consciousness of who we are and our place within the creation, an inner work that Aries will help us achieve with its warrior frequency, and that Jupiter will magnify. This is a wonderful time for purification as the first step towards self-empowerment, a process with the assistance of the element of fire, which serves us gracefully to burn the lower energies and debris that impede us to fully regaining sovereignty. A tetrahedron, a triangular pyramid, which is associated with both Jupiter and the element of fire of Aries, is the tool that guides, giving us the time to work on conscious releasing, burning away all that no longer serves. Visualizing us within a fire tetrahedron will help us purify our physical and non-physical bodies. 4 is the basis for the tetrahedron, with its 4 triangular faces. A reminder as well of the importance of creating strong foundations to continue building our new lives. 4 is the main number of creations, as 4 are the pillars in which all universal templates are created to build what we all see in the physical. 4 represents the harmony required for us to be able to act as creators, which is where we are heading at this time. Jupiter is very active this month, reminding us that beyond our human illusions of limitation, especially at this time, when many will fear Mercury Retrograde, are the infinite possibilities that are just around the corner for all of us, if we are willing to release linearity and our deep sense of dependency on outer forces. If with Pisces we worked more on our female aspect, now with Aries we pass to master the masculine, the fire within, the tangible aspect of who we are, the one that creates and protects in the physical, for both are essential to continue with our inner work of polarity synthesis. At this time between eclipses, where we are all still working on plasma integration, we need to remember how important it is to be grounded and to work with all the aspects that make us whole. Otherwise, we will be falling into old patterns or misalignments, making it harder to regain balance. May you all have a creative and expansive May, beloveds. Within infinite love, Natalia Alba from StarseedSoul.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Ruby Falconer. May 9th, 2022, Mercury stationary turning retrograde on May 10th. Mercury is in Gemini, its home sign. This is the realm of the mind, how we think, communicate, and understand. This is our reality construct, what we perceive to be true. When Mercury is stationary, our minds are focused on something, struggling with it, trying to understand. We may not be aware of this process, but it is going on under the surface of consciousness. With Mercury in Gemini and air sign, this process is specifically around an idea, an intellectual understanding of something. This Mercury station occurs at the midpoint of our passage through our current eclipse portal. This transition began with the April 30th solar eclipse and will complete with the May 15th, 16 lunar eclipse. We are shedding something, releasing something that no longer serves us. With this combination of energies, the shedding is around something specific to our thought process, an attitude, an idea, a concept we no longer believe in. Mercury will turn direct on June 3rd in earthy Taurus, in a square to stationary Saturn. This Mercury retrograde period is building towards something that needs to change on the material plane, a change that we are in some way resisting. First, we need to understand, then we need to act. For now, concentrate on understanding. Jupiter enters Aries. Jupiter is the principle of expansion. Since the first of the year, Jupiter has been in Pisces, expanding our emotional connection with others and our spiritual connection with the divine. Because the shadow of Pisces is confusion, we have also experienced doubt and overwhelm, uncertainty about who and what we have connected with and what we are to do with the information we receive. There will be no such confusion with Jupiter in Aries. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac and represents life force energy required to initiate something new. This is the warrior, fiery, determined, competitive, and impulsive. In shamanic Egyptian astrology, Jupiter is allied with Horus, the young king. To the ancient Egyptians, Horus was the symbol of a new era, a new way of being, thinking, and doing. After his father Osiris was killed by Set, Mars, Horus fought an extended battle with Set to claim his throne. In Roman and Greek myth, Jupiter, Zeus, killed his father, freeing his brothers and sisters from imprisonment and rising to power in his father's place. Aries was the Greek god of war, known as Mars to the Romans. Jupiter transiting Aries brings energy that is focused and determined, capable of overcoming obstacles and producing desired results. The warrior archetype must be tempered by love, or it can cross over into terrible cruelty. This is the greatest challenge of our present moment. Can we bring forth the expansive, creative, dedicated, and productive energy of Jupiter in Aries without losing touch with kindness and compassion? Jupiter will be in Aries from May 10th, 2022 to May 16th, 2023, with a brief re-entry into Pisces from October 28th to December 20th, 2022. From ShamanicAstrology.com. And from Shamanic Astrology Mystery School, May 10, 2022, Mercury stations retrograde. From Divine Brother of the Light, Eric M. Roth of Inspiral Nexus. For the second time this year on May 10th at 4 degrees 51 minutes Gemini, Mercury is stationing retrograde between the Pleiades and the star Aldebaran. This happens on the day Jupiter ingresses into the sign of Aries for the first time since 2010 to 11. In the shamanic astrology paradigm, when Mercury stations retrograde, it means it is reaching synthesis and metamorphic phase of its journey in the sky. It has traveled through several other signs to reach Gemini. This current Mercury cycle began on February 3rd, when Mercury last stationed direct in the sign of Capricorn, and will end in the sign of Taurus on June 3rd. Mercury retrograde is not anything to fear or worry about in our lives. In the case of Mercury retrograde in Gemini, it invites a very different form of thinking and helps to summon imagination to the front. It is an out-of-bounds kind of mentality where anything goes. The hold Mercury retrograde has on our thinking that things or electronic technology won't work or communication will break down more often is only partly true, and usually due to our own perception of what is happening, including the limits we've placed on ourselves. What is important is that it helps us with creative thought, including solutions beyond what we would normally otherwise think about. Creative thinking is gaining a perspective to a problem, challenge, or other issue that may not be resolved by conventional means. It can also help us in our own creative expressions as well. From ShamaniCastrology.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. Mercury stations retrograde in Gemini. As Mercury slows, stops, and begins to retreat, it tells us that this is a time to think, unravel, process, explore, consider. The Sabian symbol of the station degree is a revolutionary magazine asking for action. And yes, there's a lot right now that we want to shout about. There's a lot that needs to be changed. And yet as Mercury is stationing, We don't know what to think. We don't know what to decide. There seems to be too many options, too much information. Mental overwhelm is possible under this influence, as are the usual snags with miscommunication, transport problems, and computer troubles. But when we're left dangling, waiting for a train, or forced to stop in other ways, this is Mercury. He grabs your wrist, sweeps you into an inner journey. All the voices that we shut out on a day-to-day level come tumbling out, and we need to figure out who is telling the truth, who is telling lies. Mercury asks us to reconnect to inner wisdom so that we can begin to figure out what is what and why for ourselves. Shut down the noise from the outside world. Breathe. Try finger meditation using the Sa-Ta-Na-Ma mantra to rebalance the mind. Marvel at the construction of the hand, its shape, dexterity, flexibility. Ask, what do I want to hold in my life? Where are my hands too full? What do I wish to know, to touch? Reflect and review. Listen and learn. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Keen 252, Yellow Overtone Human. The number 5 is called Overtone, and its keywords are empower, radiance, and command. The 5th day of a wave spell shifts the energy into a more intense pace. It is a get things done kind of day. If you use this energy rather than be overpowered by it, you can achieve an amazing amount. Think big and tap into this energy resource. Today is Yellow Human, and its keywords are influence, wisdom, and free will. Humans are vessels to be filled with wisdom that is channeled. However, we have free will to do what we choose with this wisdom. Use your intuition today, and the wisdom that it brings will be very empowering. Remember, we are in the Yellow Star wave spell, and as with any wave spell, it is the days that share the same color as the first day that are really the lead players in the 13-day journey. So that means the first day, the 5th and 9th, and last day are when most of the action takes place. The agenda for the Yellow Star wave spell is beauty and art and elegance. This is still the underlying theme, and today, the Yellow Human is empowered by the wave spell agenda. The 9th day will be Yellow Warrior, and the last day, Yellow Sun. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Yellow Overtone Human, 5 Abe, Keen 252, 10th of May 2022, Radiant Wisdom. 10-5-2022 equal 156 equal 111 equal 12 equal 3. 111. Divine New Beginnings for Radiant New Earth Leaders. Day codes 10. Manifestation, Authority, Power. 1. New Beginnings, Leader, Original. 3. Holy Trinity, Joy, Creativity. Month year codes 5. Freedom, Liberation, Change, Transformation, Movement. 6. Heaven, Christ, Family, Romance, Fertility. 11. Illumination, Portal, Gate, Polarity. 2. Twins, Cooperation, Partner, Duality. 20. The Awakening, Clear Vision. 22. Architect of Peace, Master Builder. Keen 252 equal 9. Destiny, Service, Compassion, Humanity. A very heavenly divine day of radiant empowerment. Day 5 of the spectacular Yellow Star wave spell, where we are awakening our sparkle and using our creativity to attract more beauty, grace, and harmony in our lives so that our lives become a living work of art. Day 5 of Lamat's wave spell is a deeply spiritual day filled with an abundance of yellow, golden energy from the combined energies of the star, Yellow Human, and Yellow Sun. It is a day of empowerment and radiance. A very powerful day for enlightenment and illumination. It is also a day which activates the question, what legacy would you like to leave on this planet? How can you as an individual use your creativity and wisdom to make this world a better and more beautiful place for future generations? Tone of creation, overtone, tone 5 in the spiritual realm. Action commands, power empowers, essence radiance. The overtone tone beautifully aligns with the theme of today's code, that of using your free will choices to empower yourself and others in order to shine brightly. Command your radiance and spread your golden light. Spend some time in nature today communing with God, Goddess, Spirit, to forge a stronger and purer connection to your source of wisdom. Focusing on the greater good and the whisperings of spirit will put you on the right path to expressing your pure creative soul's essence. Become the hollow bamboo and channel the inspiration of spirit through your influential wisdom. Music, dance, yoga, breath, singing, light language, and whatever form of wind that seeks to whistle through your being. Hold no fear and allow it to flow effortlessly. Radiate your inner light and allow others to see in the dark, guiding them back home to source. Allow spirit to be the wind beneath your wings, raising you forever higher and higher. Today's question is, how can I align with divine wisdom, using that knowledge to empower and influence others through my radiant creations? Divine blessings for radiating greater influence today. In la ketch a la keen, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Keen 252, Yellow Overtone Human. The mantra, the code for today is, I am power in order to influence. Commanding wisdom, I seal the process of free will with the overtone tone of radiance. I am guided by the power of universal fire. And on this powerful day of activations, transformations, and manifestations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now, I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges and donations we're able to continue this work. I'd like to welcome and thank Divine Sister of the Light Lucy Jones for your pledge and support on Patreon. Welcome to the tribe of the Eagle and the Condor. And I'd like to also welcome and thank our Angels of the Light, Hinewai and Jesa, for your pledge and support on Patreon, and welcome to the tribe of the Eagle and the Condor. If you'd like to help support our work and mission and help us continue bringing these transmissions to the world daily, you can make a monthly pledge to our Patreon page at whitegoldeagle.com. Now I'd like to also thank Divine Sister of the Light, Sally Benson, for another donation. Thank you very much, Divine Sister of the Light, for your continued support. And thank you all that continue to support our work and mission. If you'd like to support us with a one-time donation, you can do so to our PayPal link at egolovecondor.com. Now I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condors artwork. I'd like to thank Divine Sister of the Light, Sherry Wolf, for another purchase. Thank you very much, Divine Sister, for your continued support. You could purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totems, zodiac goddesses, healing jewelry, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to complete today's transmissions with powerful divine decree from Divine Sister of the Light, Sandra Walter. I am a pure conduit of the cosmic Christ, the I Am presence, and the sacred trinity of Source itself. I fully embrace my trinitized presence as a force of goodwill and divine creation in these realms. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Keep rising in the honor, the glory, and divine sanctity of the new golden age of eternal life, and keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step, and keep shining your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make this day and every day the best day ever. The Eagle and the Condor love you all. Namaste.